The following marketing information and discussion is provided for informational purposes only. It is not intended to be used as professional guidance or consultancy. You should find an agency for that. Comexis is a digital marketing agency, so feel free to hire us. But otherwise, just enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, welcome to The Buyer's Journey by Comexis, a discussion-based podcast on the ever-changing marketing landscape. I'm Matthew McGroarty, the social media content producer here at Comexis.
And I'm Josh Lyons, the digital marketing coordinator here at Comexis.
Today we are short one of our regular cast members. Len is incredibly busy at the moment, so me and Josh for the next couple days are going to be taking care of the podcasts, and we have some fun topics to talk about. Today, we are talking about the purchase stage of the buyer's journey because it is Wednesday, and on Wednesdays we normally talk about the purchase stage of the buyer's journey. And what we're talking about, so as a refresher, the purchase stage of the buyer's journey is when somebody is purchasing your product, service, etc. And there's a lot that goes into that, how they're buying it, which platforms they're using to purchase, what the product looks like, etc., etc. And today we're talking about a push from certain retailers to get a bigger piece of market share in the pet care category because there's been some changes, some shifts in the way that people are actually purchasing products for their pets. Josh, thank you for yawning. You seem very interested in this pet topic.
I've never had pets, so...
Not even at home?
No, my brother's been allergic to everything known to man. So, I mean, pets are on my list of things to...
Short list,
yes, because I would love to have a little pet child of my own one day, so...
Well, you know what? Now we get to have some nice theoretical conversations about buying some stuff. So before I get into what Walmart and Target are doing and announcing and things like that, I'm going to put a couple things into perspective. Anna Hensel on Digiday wrote a fantastic piece about this. This is where I'm getting a lot of this information. I will link to that in the blog description. But she writes about how millennial shoppers are buying differently than past generations regarding their pets. So in 2017, millennial pet owners surpassed baby boomer pet owners for the first time, according to the American Pet Products Association. And according to a survey from Market Research Institute GFK, more millennial pet owners actually turn to grocery stores instead of PetSmart and Petco to buy their pet food. I am not the same way, though, to be fair, my cat now has to be on a special veterinary diet. So that's a little different. But I certainly can see how that would make a lot more sense. I mean, I definitely know as a millennial myself and as somebody who's friends with many people my age, and I'm sure you could attest to this to somewhat, going to one place to get everything you need is more convenient. So people tend to do it.
I mean, that was exactly what I was about to say, where we don't want to go to spend the extra 30 minutes to go shop at a PetSmart or a Petco. If it's there at the grocery store and you're doing all your groceries already, why not pick up what you need for your pets there? Yeah. So, I mean, Absolutely. It makes sense. And, even though we said how I'm not a pet owner, I would like to be a pet owner, and when I become a pet owner, I would like to do it all in one shot. Yeah,
so I think that's fair. Natural and organic pet food are also among the fastest growing segments in the pet food sector. As of 2017, 40% of pet owners bought products online, according to a survey done by market research firm Packaged Facts. In addition, Amazon has built out its pet care and food category with brand partnerships and private label brands, and Chewy.com recently filed to go public 2 years after it was acquired by PetSmart for $3 billion. As somebody who has a pet, I do use Amazon occasionally to buy things. Rarely is it litter or food, mostly because those are needed more quickly. But I bought in a couple things like my cat's bed, for example, that she doesn't use. I bought that on Amazon. I bought like bowls and stuff on Amazon because there's more variety typically.
Well, here's a question for you. So, because I'm going to need a little Pet 101. So, for these type of products, whether it is food, if it's litter, if it's toys, whatever, are there a lot of different types of products that you need to get the specific brand name? Or is it simple enough that you can sort of just pick and choose whatever you want and it shouldn't matter, which is why you would go on Amazon. Why would you need to go to a PetSmart when you could just go on and just grab just litter on Amazon? I don't know.
So it depends. So for example, I use a specific kind of litter that I like that works for me in the sense of my cat doesn't mind it. It doesn't smell that bad, et cetera, et cetera. It doesn't, cause a lot of dust. And the reason you might want to go to PetSmart or something, or a Target or a Walmart, as I'll talk about in a minute, over something else is a lot of the times, at least I've noticed, for certain brands, it's harder to buy them on Amazon from an Amazon specific seller. And by that I mean fulfilled by Amazon, right? So right. I can't always get 2-day shipping on my cat's litter, but does that matter to me if I can, on my way home, stop for 5 minutes at a PetSmart by my house or a Target or something and go pick it up, right?
Right.
So while it would be convenient if I could buy it on Amazon, I feel like there are certain things that, even if you're running out of them, it can be, if it's going to take me 2 weeks to get my cat litter because it's a big thing, right? Mm-hmm. I'd rather just go buy it in a store if they have it, right? But no, I think that's a fair point. I mean, for things like food bowls and dishes and stuff like that, unless there's one that I specifically saw at a PetSmart that I liked, I'm probably just going to go on Amazon and look at the multiple varieties of whatever I can get. So, but speaking of Walmart and Target, so Walmart announced very recently that it's going to be adding veterinary clinics to 79 more stores over the next 12 months. Today it has 21 stores with clinics in them. It also launched its own online pharmacy for pet medications and said that it has added products from 100 new pet brands over the past year to its online assortment. So that's really interesting. And then Target has been offering monthly curated boxes of pet care products, and it announced last month that it would allow customers of its shipped delivery service to purchase products through Petco. And Target also struck a partnership with popular direct-to-consumer brand Bark to sell some of its products in stores as well. I've never been somebody who's been super fond of curated boxes of pet care products. However, I know a lot of people on social media, both friends and just people I have, influencers and whatever that happen to follow, that have used them, and they seem to like them. I think the benefit of those is that there's just fun variety mostly, right? Yeah, what do you think, Josh?
Well, I think those boxes actually would work for someone like me, where if I were to get a pet and I'm a new owner, or even if you're a cat owner and you decide you want a dog, you're not used to the same types of products and services that the pet needs. So it would be nice over the course of every month or so, they would ship you a box of different products that you might not even think of off the top of your head. That, oh, my dog or cat would love this, or my dog or cat needs this. So I think the monthly boxes work well for new owners, but then also just owners that don't understand what all the main products you might need for your pet. But then for the direct to consumer brand Bark with Target, that seems, I don't know, maybe I messed that up. But for Walmart, I think it's interesting because they're adding actual veterinary clinics in their store. That works well for one, the demographic that likes to go shopping in Walmart for those type of products, but then two, it's a two-way
street.
Sure, where you can not only get the products you need for your pets, but also go to the vet and get that done, which I don't know how often you need to take your pet to the vet.
It depends, normally yearly, but depending on if they're having any issues or anything.
Right. So I guess it would make sense where, let's say you're an avid Walmart shopper and you go to Walmart all the time to do your pet shopping, you might think in the back of your mind, oh, my pet needs to go to the vet. Why don't I just do that while I'm here, or know that the next time that I'm going to get products for my pet, I can already stop there, or even vice versa. Hey, I need to take my pet to the vet. While I'm there, I might as well go get some more items for them, whether it's the litter or the toys or food. So, yeah, it's hard to talk about it not being a pet owner, but I can see a
I'm
lot
putting
of
it in the grill
Yeah,
here,
I know,
Josh.
but I'm thinking off the top of my head where as a pet owner, these things would be more beneficial for me when it comes down to, what I want and what I need. So
Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I think it's one more showcasing of Walmart trying to become a one-stop shop, supported by everything else that it's doing. I mean, we've talked a lot about the Amazon effect in the multiple different times we've talked about the purchase stage on the show, and this is one of those things that unless Amazon has physical stores, unless they figure out a way to buy out a set of veterinary clinics, or like PetSmart, for example, has a partnership, or they're owned by, or PetSmart owns a veterinary clinic. So sometimes if you go to PetSmart, they'll have a vet clinic right there, right? It's one more thing to sort of solidify their uniqueness and increase their brand while also being convenient. I'm sure there's people who will go to their vet and be like, okay, well now I need to go get the litter and the food, as you mentioned. I wonder how people will be seeing more dogs and cats in their Walmart as they are.
maybe
as
they'll
they're
love
shopping.
it. They'll love it.
I mean, yeah, maybe.
Or they'll hate it because
or they'll hate it. Yeah, but it's certainly interesting to see them doing that. And I do think it's interesting. I mean, obviously they're not probably unless it's potentially cheaper. They're probably not going to be able to go after people who already have their own pet's vet, more than likely. But for it, depending on the price, it might actually be. I mean, it's Walmart, so there's a chance it'll actually be cheaper,
right?
And it's definitely more convenient.
Mm-hmm.
So I think all around, it's really interesting. Just one final thing I wanted to talk about that Anna Hensel mentions in her DigiDay piece, just because I think it's really interesting. Petco has been trying to diversify its portfolio more or less by adding some different services to their stores. So the company's opening an exhibition kitchen in one of its New York City stores as part of a partnership with DTC brand Just Food for Dogs. The brand markets its product as human grade food for dogs, and the kitchen within Petco store will make fresh pet food daily. They're also piloting 2 higher end stores in San Diego called Pet Coach, which place a greater emphasis on pet services, including grooming, training, veterinary care, nutrition consultants, daycare, mobile vet house calls, and dog walking. I just think these are interesting. I mean, I could not see every Petco store having fresh pet food made daily. Obviously, that's more of an interesting, cool kind of thing that they're doing there. But it certainly does appeal to the natural, more organic pet food style. So I get why they're doing that. Would you eat naturally made food, pet food every day, Josh?
Can we eat it?
I mean, I'm assuming it's just going to be like
a
fresh chicken. And
so it would be
vegetables.
like a burger, but for dogs.
Well, there might not be bun in there, but probably.
Right. I mean, if it's edible and if it's edible for a human to eat,
you will eat it.
For a normal person to eat, because if it's like wet dog food, like a very, very, very large percentage does not eat the wet dog food as an owner. But if this is,
I would hope most owners aren't eating wet dog food.
But if it's perfectly fine to eat this fresh pet food made daily, maybe I would try it.
All right.
So it's a very interesting question. I was not expecting.
I've seen some different fresh pet food things. I don't remember where I saw it, but they basically made human food that
are okay for pets.
Yeah, so okay. I mean, you could eat it.
Then yes, I would. I would eat it. I would eat
Josh
it with.
Will
I will eat it with my pet. We'll have a meal
that's
together.
Cute.
Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if I would eat it, but if it's possible to eat, I certainly wouldn't put it past myself. Though I don't want to go on the record as saying I will eat the fresh dog food. I don't know about that. But it's certainly interesting. At the end of the day, I mean, people want to do the best for their pets within reason. And if somebody's reason is being able to make fresh pet food for their dog or cat, or if maybe they have to for a dietary allergy reason, then more power to them. Hopefully that works out for them. So that's all for today's episode of The Buyer's Journey. Check us out on Comexis.com, YouTube, and anywhere you get your podcasts. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at buyers_journey. Thanks for tuning in.